Week 3, day 1. Okay, so we got a little bit of a rainy day today. It's too bad. Yesterday was a great day. So we'll give you a quick update. We've either got 21 days or 28 days left. So we got extra guys hauled in today because we are motoring. Okay, the boys are working on the septic, getting the last chamber done. And so you can see they're up to full height now. And they've got their cross rebars sticking out, ready to go. So at the Great Wall of Lambusan, the guys have tossed a bunch of bags down there, so they got lots of filling to do. And we've got, get my angle here, and we've got the west facing wall well underway. Wow, I have to even zoom back. So these guys are going to put a fairly good size anchor on that corner there. And all of this, you can see that somebody's left a red shirt there. All of that needs to be back filled into there. So I'm going to get them to chip away at that black soil and make sure that we don't leave a cavern in there. Okay, so that is Monday morning start. I'm really pleased with our 300 sacco that we bought. These are fertilizers and such for the sugarcane fields. Anyway, the sacks are really strong. Okay, back at you at lunch. Remember guys, this car stops for Babinka.
I'll go check for cooking oil.
Okay, Lynn's off to get cooking oil. And oh, I can't zoom in there, but you get the idea. That's the reality of meat here. Somebody waving while they're on their cell phone to keep the flies away. As soon as they get reading something, of course the fanning stops. But anyway, nose to tail, that's how they eat here. Babinka. We're going to get them to just char it a little bit so it's blacker on top. You notice they just use leaves. There we go, Babinka from Lambusan. So quick little update here. We ended up having about 4 extra guys show up today, but the word has gone through the community like wildfire that we were hiring people. And we've now had another 4 show up wanting work. It's too wet today. We're getting enough rain that it's cool, but there's just enough rain that it'll just start getting too mucky if we get too many bodies here. So we've told the other 4 show up in the morning, and if we can get this amount of manpower at short notice, bingo, we'll start. You know, the garage is underway. They're taking all the topsoil out of there. We need the dark soil anyway, guys. I know I've had a couple of questions. Why am I taking it out? Especially for a garage. Just put the topsoil, or put the put the underlay below the concrete, because we're going to raise the garage up anyway. But we need the black soil anyway, and I'd rather have and it's a kind of a clay. It mushes down. And I'm a little worried about that. So I don't want the slab snapping or something out, all because, you know, $50 worth of dirt would have solved the problem, and that $50 would include the labor. So no, we'll do it this way. So anyway, little update, and the crews are getting mucky and all that sort of thing. Hopefully the wind doesn't kick up, and we'll be good to go for the rest of the day. Today we need a hat for the rain, not for the heat. So we don't like to hang around here when the guys are having their lunch and their break. So we take off usually, find it a little bit more comfortable. So the guys are slowly chipping away at the dirt here. And I've got my good shoes on right now. I haven't changed into the other ones. And this kind of clay here just sticks to your shoes. It's just brutal. So, okay. Okay, we got these guys working away. They're chipping away at this stuff. They're getting almost down to where I want them to be. Oh, they're going to do it by hand by hand.
Yeah, that's all.
Oh, okay. I thought they were going to make a sling.
Kung mangnawag ko sa AEC Black. Oo niya, kung maistorya na mo, makig-meeting mo sila, kuyong ka na mo tibok. Ha? Para makakita kag yung kanila ba?
Okay, so you can't get sand here. You can buy it in bags. It's really expensive. It's just cheaper for these guys to sift. Doesn't matter, we can use the stone and everything that's inside for different purposes. That's what ends up happening. But when it comes to the finishing of the septic tank wall, it needs to be a finer mix. So Richie's been filling up over there. He's the guy in the blue shirt. And this area here is nicely filling up. And the reprop guy is hard at making the next layer. Okay. As you know, you heard at the beginning, we had some new guys show up today, which is fine. And we got a couple of more guys that want work. And so at this stage, what we're going to do is really focus heavily on labor. And whatever labor we can get done, we will get done. Because next year, come October, maybe even early or mid-September, we will be back here. And the focus will be on construction, not digging and not collecting black soil, but as it were, getting it done. So I'll turn around here. Out at the Daggett, the guys got this root out of there, so they can start backfilling on that, and the wall's getting up nice and high. Got a ways to go. I'd say we're about maybe halfway now. So where are we at? Okay, Joseph and Rosindo are in the septic tank. They're now starting to do splatter, which is the finishing of the inside of the tank. The rebar is sticking out nice and tall. And Joseph's sitting over there. And they're walking fine sand. They have to sift all of this sand. That's what the guys are doing here with the screen. Next year we'll build a jig, but not this year. They've just got a basic screen, but we'll build the swing arm next year. Because of the ugly weather, Lynn has been is handing out some Pepsis here. And when we wind out this thing, we will do a booze day. Probably have to drive most of them home. I don't drink. Although the other day I did have one beer, and that's probably maybe been a couple of years. Okay, so there we go. The guys are carving out the garage. You just saw the reprop happening out front, or the seawall, and the... Let's see if I can get in here and show you some of Joseph's finishing work on the inside of the septic tank. And see, he's got the finishing happening there. Okay, that's a wind up for week 3, day 1. Enjoy your day, everybody.